So I want to talk about Medicaid for a minute. And the problem I think a lot of Republican voters have with Medicaid, we hear this talking point a lot about how they want to get the freeloaders off Medicaid. They want to get those people off Medicaid. Oh yeah, we got to cut it. It spends too much money. And then you look at the red states, and a large chunk of their population takes government money for Medicaid, and a big chunk of their population is on Medicaid in some form. But this is what Republicans do is they spin the messaging. Okay? You think of Medicaid, you think of people who are just on the system because that's how Republicans like you to think about it, is that they're just getting all this free health care and doing nothing to contribute for it. But a lot of those people already work jobs. They just don't qualify for employer sponsored health care, or they can't afford, even through the exchanges through the Affordable Care Act, to get health insurance because it's too expensive. So they have programs like here in Iowa, there is a program called Hawkeye. And this is a program for lower income families who maybe don't qualify for full Medicaid, but they have dependent children and they can't get them on a work sponsored or any other sponsored health plan, or they can't afford private insurance. So Hawkeye is available. And usually there's a small copay or a small premium, and then they get access to health care. And for some families on Hawkeye, that is the only way their children would have access to health care. However, it's funded through the Medicaid program. It is part of Medicaid, and a lot of people don't realize they're one and the same. It's a naming thing, right? And I've seen some of the other names for some of them. They call it, like, I think somebody said Oklahoma is Sooner Care or something like that. They're called something different, but it's funded through Medicaid dollars. And they don't realize in their states that when these policies and these cuts go through, that their programs are going to be affected. They think because it's not called Medicaid itself, that means, oh, well, we're fine, we're exempt. Republicans are good at spinning the messaging to make you believe one thing is something else when they're actually the same thing. Like, you explain people the benefits of the Affordable Care Act, and they're like, oh, I like all those things. Well, then why do you hate Obamacare? Well, I hate Obamacare. But they don't know what it is. They hate the name. Same thing with Medicaid. Medicaid, they are so convinced Medicaid is bad, they don't realize everything that's included with it, and that's how they vote against their own best interest.